In a world driven by relentless competition, we often find ourselves caught in a race to achieve, to win, to prove our worth. But what if the goal of life was not about winning at all? What if the true measure of success lies in the journey, in the infinite game of living with purpose, trust, and resilience? This concept of the infinite mindset is not just a theory. It is a philosophy that shapes the greatest leaders, the most enduring organizations, and the most fulfilled individuals. In the words of Simon Sinek, the game of life is infinite. There is no finish line, no winners or losers. It is about creating a world where the journey continues long after we are gone. Imagine for a moment a leader who does not strive merely for short-term gains, but works tirelessly to inspire others, to build something greater than themselves. This is the essence of the infinite mindset, a way of thinking that transcends competition and focuses instead on collaboration, trust, and a cause worth fighting for. The question then is not what will you achieve, but what will you leave behind? What legacy will you build that inspires others to carry the torch forward? Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the power of this mindset and explore how adopting it can transform not only the way we lead but the way we live. Are you ready to stop chasing the finish line and start playing the infinite game of life? Let's begin. Imagine a world teetering on the brink of flight, a time when humanity gazed at the skies with a mix of wonder and ambition. The stage was set for a monumental breakthrough, and at the forefront stood Samuel Pierpont Langley, a man of notable acclaim. Langley was armed with everything one might deem necessary for success: significant funding from the War Department, access to the brightest minds of his era, and the unwavering support of influential allies such as Andrew Carnegie and Alexander Graham Bell. On paper, Langley's triumph seemed inevitable, yet the story of powered flight unfolded quite differently. A few hundred miles away, in a modest bicycle shop in Dayton, Ohio, two brothers, Wilbur and Orville Wright, toiled with limited resources but unlimited passion. They had no grants, no advanced degrees, no connections to power. What they did possess was a profound belief in their purpose, a clarity of vision that united their small team and propelled them through every obstacle. Their mission was not merely to fly, but to open the skies to all of humanity, to connect the world in ways that had once been deemed impossible. It was this belief, not their means, that made history. On December 17, 1903, amid the windswept sands of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the Wright brothers achieved powered flight, a feat that changed the trajectory of human civilization forever. Langley, despite his resources, abandoned his efforts soon after their success, a testament to the transient nature of finite goals. This tale is more than a historical anecdote. It is a profound lesson in the power of purpose. Langley's work was driven by external rewards, recognition, prestige, and fame. The Wright brothers, on the other hand, were guided by an infinite mindset. Their pursuit was not about beating others or claiming a prize, but about contributing something enduring to the world. Their legacy lives on because it was never about them. It was about the greater good. The story of the Wright brothers resonates because it highlights a universal truth. Purpose and belief are the driving forces behind meaningful achievement. This truth extends beyond the realm of aviation and into every facet of human endeavor. Consider the impact of Martin Luther King Jr., a leader who galvanized a nation not by issuing commands, but by inspiring shared belief. His iconic "I Have a Dream" speech was not a declaration of personal ambition, but a rallying cry for collective progress. King understood that true leadership is not about control or dominance. It is about creating a vision so compelling that others choose to follow, not for the leader's sake, but for their own. Similarly, in the business world, we see the same principle at work. Companies like Apple have achieved remarkable success not by chasing profits, but by starting with why. Their focus on innovation, design, and user experience reflects a deep understanding of what people truly value. As a result, they inspire loyalty and trust, transcending the boundaries of traditional competition. Their products are more than tools. They are expressions of a philosophy that values creativity and human connection. At the heart of these stories lies a common thread: the infinite mindset. Leaders who embrace this approach understand that success is not a destination, but a journey. They recognize that the most meaningful achievements are those that leave a lasting impact, that inspire others to continue the work long after they are gone. This mindset fosters resilience, collaboration, and trust, qualities that are essential not only in leadership, but in life itself. The infinite mindset is not reserved for the extraordinary few. It is a choice available to anyone willing to think beyond immediate gains and focus on enduring value. It calls us to challenge the conventional metrics of success, to redefine what it means to lead, to live, and to contribute. It invites us to ask ourselves not just what can I achieve, but what legacy can I build? How can I inspire others to carry the torch forward? In the words of Simon Sinek, the game of life is infinite. There is no finish line, no winners or losers. It is about creating a world where the journey continues long after we are gone. The infinite mindset compels us to lead with purpose, to foster trust, and to approach every challenge as an opportunity to contribute to something greater than ourselves. This perspective is not merely a strategy. It is a way of life. It reminds us that the measure of our success is not in the accolades we receive, but in the positive impact we leave behind. As we reflect on the stories of the Wright brothers, Martin Luther King Jr., and countless other visionaries, we are reminded that the most profound changes in history have been driven by those who dared to think beyond the present, who saw the possibilities of a future built on trust, collaboration, and purpose. These leaders understood that true greatness lies not in competing, but in contributing, not in winning, but in inspiring others to join the journey. The infinite mindset challenges us to rise above the distractions of finite goals, to focus on what truly matters, and to embrace the power of purpose as the guiding light in our lives. It is a call to action, a reminder that we are all part of something bigger than ourselves, and that our greatest achievements are those that inspire others to dream, to create, and to continue the journey long after we are gone. To understand the infinite mindset, we must first delve into the core principles that distinguish it from the finite thinking so pervasive in our world today. Finite games, like sports or board games, have clear rules, known players, and a definitive end. They are structured for winners and losers, their success measured by who crosses the finish line first or scores the most points. However, life, leadership, and business are not finite games. They are infinite. There are no permanent winners or losers, no universally agreed upon rules, and no fixed end point. As Simon Sinek eloquently explains, these are journeys, not events. The infinite mindset recognizes that success is not defined by fleeting victories, but by the enduring impact we create. Consider the principle of a just cause, one of the fundamental tenets of the infinite mindset. A just cause is a purpose so compelling that it transcends personal gain and motivates others to join the journey. It is not a simple mission statement or a vague aspiration, but a vision of the future that inspires people to sacrifice, innovate, and persevere. It is the why that guides us when challenges arise, the beacon that lights the path through uncertainty. Companies like Patagonia, for example, embrace a just cause in their commitment to environmental sustainability. Their mission goes beyond selling outdoor gear. They are driven by the belief that they can protect the planet for future generations. This clarity of purpose attracts customers and employees alike, creating loyalty and trust that extends far beyond the transactional. The infinite mindset also demands that we cultivate trusting teams. Trust is the glue that binds people together, enabling them to work collaboratively and take risks without fear of judgment or failure. A trusting team is not one where everyone agrees, but one where individuals feel safe to voice dissent, share vulnerabilities, and challenge the status quo. Leaders who prioritize trust build environments where innovation thrives and where people are not afraid to fail because they know they are supported. Think of the leadership philosophy of Bob Chapman, CEO of Barry Wemmeler, who famously treats his employees as family. By fostering a culture of empathy and respect, he has created an organization where trust is the foundation of every interaction, and the results speak for themselves. Another key principle of the infinite mindset is the concept of a worthy rival. Unlike competitors, who are viewed through the lens of conquest and dominance, worthy rivals are seen as sources of inspiration and growth. They highlight our weaknesses, challenge us to improve, and push us to become better versions of ourselves. Instead of obsessing over beating the competition, the infinite mindset encourages us to learn from them, to recognize their strengths, and to use their success as motivation to innovate and excel. Leaders with an infinite mindset also embrace existential flexibility, the willingness to pivot and adapt when the circumstances demand it. This is not about abandoning core values, but about being open to redefining strategies in service of the just cause. The history of Apple provides a powerful example of existential flexibility. When Steve Jobs pivoted the company's focus from personal computers to revolutionary products like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad, he demonstrated a willingness to disrupt his own business model for the sake of long-term vision. This capacity to change, even at the cost of short-term stability, is a hallmark of leaders who play the infinite game. Finally, the infinite mindset requires the courage to lead. It takes courage to defy conventional metrics of success, to prioritize long-term impact over short-term gains, and to lead with vulnerability and integrity. Courage is what allows leaders to make difficult decisions, to stay true to their values, and to inspire others to join them on the journey. It is the courage to stand firm in the face of skepticism and to persist even when the path ahead is unclear. The infinite mindset is not merely a strategy for success, it is a way of being. It asks us to shift our focus from what we can achieve in the moment to what we can contribute over a lifetime. It calls us to build legacies, to inspire trust, to embrace adaptability, and to lead with purpose. It is a mindset that transcends the individual and focuses on the collective, recognizing that our true measure of success lies not in what we accumulate, but in what we leave behind. As Simon Sinek puts it, the goal is not to be the best in the world. The goal is to be the best for the world. The infinite mindset is a choice, a commitment to a way of thinking that values resilience over results, collaboration over competition, and purpose over profit. It is the path to a life of meaning, a life where every step forward inspires others to take up the journey and carry it forward into the infinite. Applying the infinite mindset in your life and leadership begins with a commitment to redefine success as an ongoing journey rather than a fixed destination. The first step is to articulate your just cause, a compelling and enduring purpose that goes beyond financial success or personal ambition. A just cause inspires action, fuels resilience, and provides clarity when decisions become difficult. Ask yourself, what is the legacy I want to leave? What greater purpose can I serve that will outlive me? This is the North Star that guides infinite thinkers, grounding them in purpose even when faced with setbacks. The next step is to embrace vulnerability and build trusting teams. Trust doesn't emerge from hierarchy or authority. It is cultivated through empathy, consistency, and genuine care for those you lead. A trusting team is one where people feel safe to express ideas, admit mistakes, and innovate without fear of retribution. Leaders must create an environment where the well-being of individuals is prioritized, recognizing that people perform at their best when they feel valued and supported. This is achieved by listening actively, providing constructive feedback, and showing empathy in every interaction. Beyond building trust, infinite thinkers view competition through a different lens, seeking out worthy rivals rather than enemies. A worthy rival is someone who challenges you to grow, someone whose strengths expose your weaknesses and push you to improve. Instead of seeking to defeat others, The infinite mindset encourages us to learn from them, using their successes as motivation to become better rather than bitter. Reflect on your rivals and ask, what can I learn from them? How can their strengths inform my growth? This perspective fosters collaboration and continuous improvement, turning competition into a driver of innovation rather than conflict. Another key application of the infinite mindset is embracing existential flexibility, the willingness to adapt when circumstances change or new opportunities emerge. Leaders with an infinite mindset understand that holding onto outdated strategies for the sake of tradition or ego stifles growth. They recognize that flexibility is not about abandoning values, but about finding new ways to achieve the just cause. This requires humility, creativity, and a willingness to disrupt your own status quo. Consider the stories of companies like Netflix, which pivoted from DVD rentals to streaming, or Amazon, which evolved from a bookseller to a global marketplace. Their success lies in their ability to adapt without losing sight of their broader purpose. However, adapting to change also requires courage, the courage to lead, to make unpopular decisions, and to stay committed to the long game. Courage enables leaders to take risks, challenge norms, and stand by their values even when faced with resistance. It is the courage to prioritize people over profits, trust over control, and purpose over immediate gratification. Leaders with courage create ripples that inspire others to take bold steps, fostering a culture of innovation and resilience. Applying the infinite mindset also involves redefining failure not as an end, but as a stepping stone on the journey. Infinite thinkers view setbacks as opportunities to learn, grow, and refine their approach. Instead of fearing failure, they embrace it as an integral part of progress, understanding that resilience is born from adversity. To cultivate this mindset, focus on the process rather than the outcome, celebrating small victories along the way and using challenges as fuel for growth. Lastly, the infinite mindset calls us to think beyond ourselves, to focus on the collective impact of our actions. True fulfillment comes not from individual achievements, but from contributing to something larger than ourselves. This perspective shifts the narrative from "what's in it for me?" to "how can I make a difference?" It inspires us to build legacies that extend far beyond our own lives, empowering others to carry the torch forward. By committing to this approach, we create a ripple effect of trust, collaboration, and purpose that multiplies our impact exponentially. The infinite mindset is not an abstract philosophy. It is a practical guide for living and leading with purpose, adaptability, and courage. It challenges us to reject the finite metrics of success and embrace a vision of progress that transcends time, inspiring others to join the journey and carry it into the infinite. As we conclude this journey into the infinite mindset, the question remains: how will you apply these principles to your own life and leadership? The power of the infinite mindset lies not in its complexity, but in its profound simplicity. It challenges us to see beyond short-term wins and instead focus on building legacies that endure. The call to action is clear. Define your just cause, a purpose so compelling that it fuels your determination even when the path is uncertain. Embrace the courage to lead, knowing that true leadership requires vulnerability and the willingness to stand for something greater than yourself. Build trusting teams by creating environments where people feel safe to express their ideas and share their challenges, for it is trust that binds individuals together and fosters the collaboration necessary for innovation. Look at your rivals not as enemies to defeat, but as allies in growth, learning from their strengths and allowing their success to inspire your own. Remain adaptable and flexible, ready to pivot and evolve in service of your purpose. For the ability to embrace change is what separates those who endure from those who fall away. Above all, adopt the mindset that every action you take is part of a larger journey, a step in an infinite game where the ultimate goal is not victory but impact. Reflect on the stories of the Wright brothers, who pursued flight not for fame but to empower humanity, or Martin Luther King Jr., whose vision for equality transcended his lifetime and continues to inspire millions. Consider companies like Apple, whose focus on innovation and purpose has created products that define entire generations, or leaders like Bob Chapman, who prioritize human connection over financial metrics, proving that leadership rooted in empathy can transform lives. These are not isolated examples. They are reminders that each of us has the capacity to play the infinite game, to create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate reach. The path of the infinite mindset is not an easy one. It requires patience, resilience, and a willingness to challenge conventional thinking. But it is a path worth taking because it leads to a life of fulfillment, one where your efforts contribute to something far greater than yourself. Imagine a world where leaders prioritize trust and collaboration over control, where organizations measure success not by quarterly profits, but by the lives they touch and the values they uphold, and where individuals wake up every day inspired to make a difference. That world is within our grasp if we choose to embrace the infinite mindset. Let today be the day you begin to lead with purpose, inspire others to dream bigger, and play a role in building a future where success is measured not by what we take, but by what we leave behind. The infinite mindset is not just a philosophy. It is a call to action, an invitation to live and lead in a way that creates lasting change. As Sineks so aptly reminds us, the goal is not to win. The goal is to keep playing and to inspire others to play with us. So, ask yourself, what is your just cause? Who will you inspire? And what legacy will you leave behind? The infinite game is yours to play. Now is the time to begin. As we close, remember that the infinite mindset is not about perfection, but persistence, a commitment to progress, to purpose, and to inspiring others along the way. It's about waking up every day with the intention to lead with courage, to build trust, and to pursue a cause greater than yourself. The journey may not always be easy, but it is always worth it. If today's message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on your own infinite game. What steps can you take to lead with purpose and create a legacy that lasts? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more insights, and join us as we continue exploring what it means to live and lead with impact. Together, we can inspire a world that thrives beyond boundaries, beyond ourselves, and beyond today. Until next time, keep playing the infinite game.